So this is how to overcome, like, you know, that you get these instances like where you achieve what you want to achieve, right? Like you set this goal for yourself and you go after it, and then like you break all these bad habits that you have and you start setting new habits and you go after your goal, and then like you achieve your goal, but then you just go back to like the version of yourself that you were before you set this goal. And like the cycle continues. And so like I've been trying to figure out how to break this cycle, like even though I never truly go back to like all the bad habits that I have, and like I'm always progressing. And so like the lowest version of myself is always progressing, and then the highest version of myself is always progressing as well. But I'm trying to stay on the highest version of myself as much as possible and stay with my good habits. What I'm going to do, or what I've realized now, in order to help me stay there so that I don't always sink back down and fall into old habits and like take my foot off the pedal, is to set a goal that you can only achieve in 30 years from now. So set a goal, like a lot of people say this, but I never took it to heart, and like I just never hit me to my core. They always say like set a big goal that's like beyond yourself, and I was like, okay, that's cool, like I'm gonna do that, but like nothing drives me to actually achieve it. Whereas like something that clicked for me now is like set a goal of how you want to be in 30 years, like who do you want to be in 30 years from now? And because that goal is so far away and so big, it's almost like you're never gonna achieve it. And so like you're never gonna get to the level where you're like, oh, I'm so comfortable now, I've achieved what I wanted. You might achieve that goal in like 10 years, maybe sooner than like the initial 30 years that you set for yourself. But like it's still gonna help you stay consistent and be more consistent with your good habits, and like keeping your foot on the pedal and doing the things that are gonna make you get to your goal, instead of like having these cycles that you go through where it's like you performing well this month and then you go back down because you've reached your goal, and then you perform well again and you go back down because you've reached the outcome that you wanted. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna think, who is the person that I want to be in 30 years from now? And I'm gonna make it like I want to be a billionaire, to be honest. And so like that is the version of myself that I see for 30 years from now. And so I'm going to sit down and I'm going to say, what is the characteristics that I have? What does my life look like? What does my day look like? Who am I? What am I doing in my day? Who am I surrounding myself with? Like all of these things, I'm going to envision it now, so that number one, I can be motivated to go and achieve it every single day. I can wake up every single day with a purpose and know that the tiny actions that I'm taking today is allowing me to get to my major goal, which is to become a billionaire and whatever else I add, because I actually need to sit down and think about what is the life that I want to be living at that time. And then like this, it's just gonna keep you, at least this is my hypothesis, it's gonna keep you motivated so that you don't have these peak and troughs. You don't go up and down. You don't have this inconsistency. You're just consistent for the entire year. And yeah, I thought I'd share that, and I'll let you know how it goes as well. Cheers.